Hello and welcome to News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin with the headlines. On the 151st birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, nation pays homage to the father of the nation. Special prayer meeting held at Samadhi Sthal at Rajghat. President, Vice President and the Prime Minister paid tributes. Mahatma Gandhi's thoughts and values relevant for all times and countries, says Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. Adds that Gandhi's faith in humanity is showing the way for a world beset by new challenges. Former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri remembered on his 116th birth anniversary. President, Vice President and the Prime Minister paid tribute to Shastri's inspirational role and exemplary leadership in steering the nation through critical times. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays stress on promoting top-class research to help farmers. Underscores centre's steps to promote science, research and innovation at the inaugural session of the Global Web Hub Summit. And with active cases under 10 lakh for the 10th day in a row, Covid-19 recovery cases touch 83.7%. India maintains global position of having the maximum number of recovered patients. Mahatma Gandhi's 151st birth anniversary was celebrated across India and around the globe today. President Ramnath Kovind, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, senior union ministers, political leaders, sports personalities, celebrities and people from all walks of life paid homage to the father of the nation. Here's a detailed report on how the country celebrated Mahatma Gandhi's 151st birth anniversary. The nation remembered Mahatma Gandhi on his 151st birth anniversary on Friday. President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday paid floral tributes to the father of the nation on his 151st birth anniversary at Rajghat in the national capital. An interfaith prayer was held and Mahatma Gandhi's favourite bhajans were rendered as dignitaries paid homage at his memorial at Rajghat. Union Ministers Hardeep Singh Puri and Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Senior Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal were among others who paid homage to Mahatma Gandhi at the Rajghat. In a message, President Ramnath Kovind appealed to the people to resolve to rededicate themselves to the welfare and progress of the nation. The President also appealed to people to follow the mantra of truth and non-violence and build a clean, capable, strong and prosperous India and make Mahatma Gandhi's dreams come true. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also paid floral tributes to the father of the nation on his birth anniversary at his official residence. The Vice President said Mahatma Gandhi showed the world the path of truth and selfless service. He prayed that Gandhi's idea of Antyodaya would guide us to work for the upliftment of the last person. Paying tribute to Mahatma Gandhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said there is much to learn from his life and thoughts. He said, "May Bapu's ideals keep guiding us in creating a prosperous and compassionate India." The Prime Minister also posted a short video clip of his remarks on the father of the nation.
पूज्य बापू के विचार और आदर्श आज पहले से कहीं ज्यादा प्रासंगिक है।
महात्मा गांधी जी कहते थे कि उनका जीवन ही उनका संदेश है। गांधी जी ने कभी अपने जीवन से प्रभाव पैदा करने का प्रयास नहीं किया, लेकिन उनका जीवन ही प्रेरणा का कारण बन गया। महात्मा गांधी जी ने सत्य, अहिंसा, सत्याग्रह, स्वावलंबन के विचारों से देश को रास्ता दिखाया। पूज्य बापू स्वच्छता को सर्वोपरि मानते थे। गांधी जी शहद को सच्चा धन मानते थे और चाहते थे कि देश का हर नागरिक स्वस्थ हो। गांधी जी वसुधैव कुटुंबकम में विश्वास रखते। उनका सपना आत्मनिर्भर, आत्मविश्वास से भरे भारत का था। गांधी जी का संकल्प था एक ऐसा भारत जहां हर गांव स्वावलंबी हो। गांधी जी समाज में खड़े आखिरी व्यक्ति के लिए हर फैसला लेने की बात करते थे। गांधी जी के ये सिद्धांत हमें मानवता की रक्षा करने के लिए मार्गदर्शक की तरह काम करते हैं। मुझे विश्वास है कि गांधी जी का दिखाया ये रास्ता बेहतर विश्व के निर्माण में प्रेरक सिद्ध होगा। मैं समझता हूं कि जब तक मानवता के साथ गांधी जी के विचारों का ये प्रवाह बना रहेगा, तब तक गांधी जी की प्रेरणा और प्रासंगिकता भी हमारे बीच बनी रहेगी।
On Gandhi Jayanti, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also called for reviving the Gandhian ideals to address social, political, economic and environmental problems faced by the world today. Delivering the valedictory address at a webinar organized by the Indian Council of World Affairs on Gandhi and the world, the Vice President said, "The world today needs a healing touch, and that is what Gandhian ideals can give us."
There's a timelessness about Gandhian values. This seems to be relevant for all countries and for all times. However, they acquire greater relevance in a world that is facing new challenges. The world is facing one of the biggest health crises in the wake of Covid-19 pandemic. When the world experienced a similar challenge in 1918 during the Spanish flu, Gandhiji spoke about the need to understand the pain of the people, especially the poor and underprivileged. These are truly testing times. The pandemic has wrought unimaginable havoc on the economies of various nations and severely impacted the lives of the people, particularly the poor and marginalized sections. These are the times to extend a helping hand to the needy and mitigate their hardships.
Highlighting the timelessness and relevance of Gandhian values, the Vice President said that they acquire greater relevance in a world that is facing new challenges today.
Mahatma Gandhi's birthday is recognized and celebrated as the International Day of NonViolence by the United Nations. It not only symbolizes the everlasting imprint that Mahatma had left on humanity, but is also a constant reminder to the world that peace is an essential prerequisite for progress. Mahatma Gandhi had shown the world a novel mode of struggle against injustice, a novel way of life through his message of truth and non-violence. What is most inspiring in the Mahatma's life is the unwavering belief in the innate goodness of humanity. It is a world that is questing for sustainable development. It's a world that is looking for solutions to intractable challenges. The world today needs a healing touch, a human touch, a harmonious touch. That is what Gandhiji's ideals can give our world.
2nd of October is observed as International Day of Non-Violence for the world. It is a global tribute to Mahatma Gandhi, who, with his philosophy of non-violence and ahimsa, gave a new path to the world. It was Mahatma Gandhi's firm belief that only a non-violent movement can achieve the highest objective of freedom. In his words, non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction devised by the ingenuity of man. In a resolution on the 15th of June 2007, the United Nations General Assembly commemorated the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi as the International Day of Non-Violence. The United Nations said the objective of the day is to disseminate the message of non-violence, including through education and public awareness. Observing the International Day of Non-Violence, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urged people to spread the message of peace, love and compassion. He added that we must all learn to resolve our differences and disagreements through dialogue and discussion. Objecting strongly to violence, the Vice President said, "It may appear to do good, but the good is only temporary, and the evil it does is permanent." And the nation also remembered former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri on his 116th birth anniversary today. President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid floral tributes to the former Prime Minister at his Samadhi at Vijay Ghat. In his message, President Ramnath Kovind said Lal Bahadur Shastri served the nation with exceptional dedication. He also underscored Lal Bahadur Shastri's fundamental role in the Green Revolution, the White Revolution, while stating that his wartime leadership continues to inspire the nation. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also paid floral tributes to Lal Bahadur Shastri on his birth anniversary at his official residence. Calling Lal Bahadur Shastri an epitome of simplicity, humility and wisdom, the Vice President said Shastri steered the nation through critical times with his exemplary leadership. The Vice President also said Shastri's clarion call of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan energized an entire nation to fight internal and external threats faced by it. In his message, Prime Minister Narendra Modi described Lal Bahadur Shastri as humble and firm leader who stood out as an epitome of simplicity and lived for the welfare of the country. The Prime Minister remembered him on his Jayanti with a deep sense of gratitude for all that he has done for India.
शास्त्री जी का नाम आते ही हम भारतवासियों के मन में एक असीम श्रद्धा का भाव उमड़ पड़ता है। उनका सौम्य व्यक्तित्व हर देशवासी को सदा ही गर्व से भर देता है। लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी की यह विशेषता थी कि बाहर से वे अत्यधिक विनम्र दिखते थे, परंतु भीतर से चट्टान की तरह दृढ़ निश्चयी थे। जय जवान जय किसान का उनका नारा उनके इसी विराट व्यक्तित्व की पहचान है। राष्ट्र के प्रति उनकी निस्वार्थ तपस्या का ही प्रतिफल था कि लगभग 1.5 वर्ष के संक्षिप्त कार्यकाल में वे देश के जवानों और किसानों को सफलता के शिखर पर पहुंचने का मंत्र दे गए। कहते हैं कि लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी खादी के पुराने या कटे फटे वस्त्रों को भी इसलिए सहेज कर रखते थे क्योंकि उसमें किसी का परिश्रम छुपा होता है। देश से लगाव और देशवासियों को प्रेम की यह भावना छोटे से कद काठी वाले उस महामानव के रग रग में रची बसी थी। वहीं शास्त्री जी का जीवन हमें विनम्रता और सादगी का संदेश देता है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday asserted that the government has taken numerous measures to boost scientific research and innovation in the country. Inaugurating the Vaishvik Bharatiya Vaigyanik Summit via video conferencing, the Prime Minister said India's clarion call of an Atmanirbhar Bharat includes a vision of global welfare. He added further that recently India introduced pioneering space reforms which provided opportunities for both industry and academia.
India's clarion call of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant India, includes a vision of global welfare. In order to realize this dream, I invite you all and seek your support. Just recently, India introduced pioneering space reforms. These reforms provide opportunities for both industry and academia. Indian diaspora are excellent ambassadors of India at the world stage. Wherever they have gone, they have taken with them the ethos of India.
Saying that India encourages indigenous vaccine production, the Prime Minister noted that in 2014, 4 new vaccines were introduced in the country's immunization program.
In 2014, 4 new vaccines were introduced into our immunization program. This included an indigenously developed rotavirus vaccine. We encourage indigenous vaccine production also. Recently, we also gave market authorization for an indigenously developed pneumococcal vaccine. These vaccination program and our Poshan mission take the health and nutrition of our children to the level of importance it deserves. Our vaccine developers are active and globally competitive during this pandemic. We understand that time is of the essence. We have launched an ambitious mission to remove TB in India by 2025. This is 5 years before the global target.
The Prime Minister added that the country wants top-class scientific research to help our farmers.
We want top-class scientific research to help our farmers. Our agriculture research scientists have worked hard to ramp up our production of pulses. Today, we import only a very small fraction of our pulses. Our food grain production has hit a record high.
The summit, which aims to bring overseas and resident Indian researchers and academics under a common platform, is being organized from the 2nd of October to the 31st of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate Uttar Tunnel, the world's longest underground highway, on Saturday. This strategically important tunnel will reduce the distance between Manali and Leh by 46 kilometers and the travel time by 4 to 5 hours at Rohtang in Himachal Pradesh. The 9.02 kilometers long tunnel will connect Manali to Lahaul-Spiti Valley throughout the year. Earlier, the valley was cut off for about 6 months each year owing to heavy snowfall. Uttar Tunnel is built with ultra-modern specifications in the Pir Pranjal range of Himalayas at an altitude of 10,000 feet from the mean sea level. It is horseshoe-shaped, single-tube, double-lane tunnel with a roadway of 8 meters. The historic decision to construct a strategic tunnel below the Rohtang Pass was taken on the 3rd of June 2000 when late Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. The foundation stone for the access road to the south portal of the tunnel was laid on the 26th of May 2002. Time for a short break here, but more news and updates will continue on the other side. Do stay with us.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Vishal Dahiya, at 9:30 p.m. on Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back. The Cabinet Committee on Security cleared a 7,800 crore rupees border network system to give a major boost to Indian Army's operational preparedness, keeping in view the current situation at the line of actual control. Under the project, a highly secure communication network will be set up for the Indian Army in key forward locations, including along the line of actual control and the international border with Pakistan. The Defence Ministry said the establishment of Army Static Switched Communication Network, ASCON, Phase 4 network, is in order to enhance survivability, responsiveness, and high bandwidth in any operational scenario. Optical fiber cable, microwave radio, and satellite will be used as communication media. The ministry added that the project will provide an impetus to the Indian economy and will be a step in the direction of achieving the goal of Atmanirbhar Bharat with approximately 80% indigenous content. The project will be rolled out by the government-owned company ITI within a period of 3 years. The gradual opening of the lockdown has led to a corresponding rise in economic activity. Business across is gaining momentum, with a definite pickup clearly being seen in the fields of manufacturing, capital goods, and also consumer durables. This has also seen a 4% increase in GST revenues for the month of September compared to the same month last year. Here's a report. Several indicators show that economic activity is slowly getting back to normal in India. In the month of September alone, Railways generated more than 9,897 crore rupees revenue by freight. The amount is 1,180 crore rupees more than what it earned in September 2019. GST collections that nosedived in April this year due to the Covid-19 induced lockdown have also seen a gradual increase since then, while collections were below last year's level until August. In September, the GST collection stood at 95,480 crore rupees, 4% higher than the GST revenues in the same month last year. On the manufacturing front, the Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Indexes or PMI in September stood at 56.8, a high that was last seen as far as back in January 2012. According to the firm IHS Markit, the expansion in manufacturing started in August itself. However, September saw a further increase in export sales and the market witnessed a revival of business confidence.
अगस्त और सितंबर के जो आंकड़े आ रहे हैं उससे ये लगता है कि धीरे धीरे कुछ क्षेत्रों में आर्थिक गति में थोड़ी सी सुधार आ रही है। एक तो आपने देखा होगा कि ये जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर का जो PMI है वो अचानक से ऊपर चला गया है। ये 56.8 पे है जो 2012 के बाद ये सबसे ऊंचे स्तर पे आया है। इसका मतलब ये है कि कंपनियां फिर से अपने ऑर्डर्स दे रहे हैं और चीज़ें खरीद रहे हैं, जिससे मतलब जो आर्थिक व्यवस्था में जो मांग है वो धीरे-धीरे वापस आ रही है।
After a long haul, there's been a flurry of activity in the auto segment as well. In September, most of the car manufacturers reported a growth ranging from 10 to 40%. On the other hand, the government has also been actively playing its part in getting economic activity started by helping MSMEs and the farm sector. According to the Ministry of Finance, over 45 lakh MSMEs were provided 3 lakh crore rupees of collateral-free loans. NBFCs, HFCs and MFCs were given partial credit guarantee to provide easy loans to MSMEs. 30,000 crore rupees were distributed amongst farmers through NABARD as emergency assistance. Over 2.5 lakh farmers were provided with 2 lakh crore rupees loan through the Kisan credit card. 46,330 crore rupees have already been distributed from this money. Apart from this, the government has made every effort to support farmers and small industries through various other schemes. With inputs from Navikram Singh, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. And let's now take a look at the Covid-19 situation in the country through this report. For 11th day in a row, India's active Covid-19 cases remained less than 10 lakh, even as the country maintained its global position of having the maximum number of recovered patients. With 78,877 people having recovered from Covid-19 in the last 24 hours, India's total recovery surged to 53,52,000, giving a recovery rate of 83.7%. Active cases now total 9,42,000, that include 14.74% of the total caseload. India reported 81,484 new cases in the last 24 hours, pushing the total number of infections to 63,94,000. Total deaths in India linked to the novel coronavirus inched closer to the 1 lakh mark, with 1,095 new fatalities recorded in the past 24 hours. The overall figure now stands at 99,773. India has tested 7 crore 67 lakh samples so far, including 10 lakh 97,000 on Thursday. The country is testing 55,000 samples per million people. Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu reported the highest 24-hour increase in the number of cases, while Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal reported the highest number of deaths in the same period. Cases in Kerala are growing at the fastest pace right now. The state has the highest growth rate of active cases in the country. Out of over 2 lakh cases, 35.5% are active cases. The current average growth rate of infections in the last 7 days is 4.12%, among the highest in the country. As COVID-19 cases continue to surge, the state government imposed Section 144 on the assembly of more than 5 persons for the entire month of October. The ban will halt all social and political events and nullify the directive in the Unlock 5 guidelines. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. The Pentagon has approved India's request to buy defense equipment worth $90 million. The purchase includes spare parts and logistical support for India's fleet of C-130J Super Hercules cargo aircraft. The U.S. Defense Security Cooperation Agency said the proposed sale will support the national security of the United States by helping to strengthen the U.S.-India strategic relationship. The proposed sale is expected to ensure that the previously procured aircraft operates effectively to serve the needs of the Indian Air Force, the Indian Army and the Indian Navy transport requirements. This sale of spares and services will enable the Indian Air Force to sustain a higher mission-ready status fleet. And US President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump have tested positive for COVID-19 and now in quarantine at home. Trump's positive report came just hours after his senior aide, Hope Hicks, tested positive for the virus. President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi wished Donald Trump and his wife Melania a speedy recovery. World leaders, including British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, were among other world leaders who wished Trump a speedy recovery. So that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you very much for your time. Good night.